Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. Hope you all are doing well. One day on Patreon, we are going to do the pre-show conversations. One day we're going to do it because they're just great.
People should pay extra for them.
That's what I'm saying, Patreon.
Okay, I have no idea.
Patreon, that's where you pay to subscribe.
Oh, I'm just so used to OnlyFans. Okay.
We can do the show on OnlyFans.
I'm just saying, there's other things on there. There's cooking shows, right? Yes.
Yeah. Well, Commissioner Alaimo loved being in OnlyFans conversation.
And today was tame.
Yeah, today was very tame. Yeah.
It's very tame. You know, many times it's not that tame, but today was very tame. Yep.
Come.
All right. We do have Commissioner Roy Alaimo in studio with us. We're going to talk about campaigning.
Okay.
All the recent stuff that's going down. I'm sure he's ready for a break.
God bless him.
As most people who are running for something at this time of year are.
Oh, yeah.
So we will talk to him about all the stuff that happened over the weekend, and we'll get into everything, man. It'll be a good conversation. We've also got the sheriff seeking help finding a burglary suspect. We'll talk about that. Oh, Troy, I cannot wait for segment 3.
Oh, goodness.
Because this is, if you couldn't tell by the headline, this has to do with Gen Alpha slang.
Yes!
Gen Alpha slang. Yeah. It's taking over the world.
So cool.
Yeah. City Hall is asking you to take a selfie. For some reason, Siri thought I was talking to her.
Oh, she's
out of here, lady.
Very sweet.
She's very intrusive.
She's very nosy.
She's very, very nosy.
You can have settings and tell her where your boundaries are.
I need to do that more in life.
You do. It's called Do Not Disturb.
I do that. Yeah,
yes, you do.
Pretty quickly after the show's over, actually.
I do not care. I'm still texting you anyway.
Yeah, Davey always hits the notify anyway.
I don't care.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And then we have a local dog that survived a shark attack.
What?
You guys see this? A little
I did
Yorkie. Little Yorkie survived a shark attack.
Usually it's alligator. It's this shark this time?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. Scrappy dude.
Okay, I'll wait for the story. It
must have been on a boat.
A lot of questions now.
Yeah, we'll get there. But first I will tell you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Bozard Ford Lincoln, been around since 1949 and been more than just a dealership the whole way through. They are a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They were founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service. And that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They've got that state-of-the-art service facility, 91 climate-controlled service bays out there, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance. Plus, you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage out there.
Very nice.
The proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Big honors there. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, the Florida Man games. Oh, boy, this is going to be bigger and better next year. I cannot wait for this already. A lot of people are very, very excited.
Extremely, though.
Yeah. Yeah,
I see it all the time.
Excited.
I see would you just release yesterday another team?
Oh, we've got we had another team that applied. Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. I love seeing these team applications, man. They're hilarious. You got to go to our Instagram at thefloridamangames.com and see all of these. I think they're on the Facebooks as well.
Awesome. Yep, they are.
We're going to have a lot of cool stuff out there. Pig racing.
Okay.
We're going to have some pig racing out there. We're going to have some lawnmower races out there.
Wow.
The Ripley's Freak Show is going to be there. This is like fire breathing and sword swallowing.
That's awesome.
Alligator shows and selfies with alligators. I mean, this is unlike anything St. Johns County has ever seen. That's what the last one was, and this one's going to be even bigger.
Davey Hartzell?
Davey Hartzell.
In the parking lot.
Will be performing.
You'll be in attendance
this time.
In the RV park,
we
maybe.
Gotta step it up.
Apparently.
We actually come inside this
Check
time.
the bushes. I'll be right there holding it up.
We got to get Davey a pass this time. Yeah.
Just like in college. Never got the lead role. I was always in the back set, holding up the set. That's
fine. The tree.
Yeah. No, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. I'm really pumped. The word on the street, everyone's buying tickets, which I love.
Yeah.
I love hearing everybody when they celebrate, when they buy tickets too. That's awesome out there. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love to see it. It's going to be a good time. TheFloridaManGames.com.
Be there, be square.
Yeah. Also big.
Lenny, we won't be chasing the pigs. It won't be like grease pig racing.
No.
Pigs actually are running.
Yeah.
It's like, little pig Olympics.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. The Pig Olympics.
Yeah.
Big Olympics.
Not allowed to say the word
Drop
Olympics,
the O.
actually. Not allowed to say the word Olympics. But we are the news. We are the news. So when you say it in a news context,
Yeah.
Wait, last week we were information. This week we're news.
when it serves us.
Yeah. We get to define what we are each day.
That's right. It is a news story, I will say that.
That's
It is a
it. Very
news
nice.
story. We are information. Yes. Also, big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Chiva Hot Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, Griffin Service, Lace Men's Spawn, B&S Signs, who we'll talk about shortly. But joining me at the table this morning, Troy Blevins, Davey Hartzell, Commissioner Roy Alaimo. How are you guys doing?
Hey, happy Tuesday.
Yeah, straight up the Rizla today. Yeah.
What's it mean, Davey?
What? The Rizla?
No, we can't. You can't tell him yet.
no.
You can't tell Troy yet.
Because we got the story coming.
Oh,
I know. I get you. You're jumping on me. It's almost the weekend. I've 3 years. I gotcha. I did not forget the line. It was right here on the tip of my tongue.
Commissioner Alaimo, how are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic. It's great to be with you guys. You guys are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, we try,
It's like a really
We try.
fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's better than coffee.
Yes. You got to bring it for the people.
It's time for a quick check of the weather, Troy.
It's going to be good, Dave.
Quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com, gerealty.us. We take it to the booth for the traffic report. What do you got, guys?
We've got traffic.
Oh, okay.
We're not
All right.
fighting like the commissioner.
Oh, we've got a commission meeting. What is going on here? Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
We have an inside joke, Commissioner, that whenever we talk about commission meetings, we show videos of Taiwan Parliament.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Yeah.
Wow, you look great. Look at that.
Good luck, Tony.
There's Commissioner Alaimo getting in some blows there, man.
Wow, you got a team. Mortal Kombat.
Now he's like, what did I sign up for? Why did I come here? No, it looks like traffic's smooth out there on the actual road.
That's
it
nice.
is. Just like yesterday, kind of expecting some volume out there for school and whatnot, but it's moving smooth and everyone's
Very
driving.
smooth. Kind of
Nice.
empty. A little bit
It is.
desolate on those roads on 95, actually.
Right.
Thank goodness.
Even on the way here, it was the same. So keep up the good work, guys.
All right.
Great.
We are a little out of order, so we have a question of the day.
Oh, we do have a question of the day. That's right. I thought I missed something.
Yeah. We have a question of the day.
Question of the day. Let me first tell people that the traffic report's brought to you by Alace Med Spa. Check them out at alace.com. Rejuvenating and relaxing experiences all across the board. Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments. Elace.com and use Davey's name if you're a first-time customer and get $100 off.
$100.
Davey discount.
Just
Davey
saying.
discount. All right, what do you got for
All
question
right,
of the day, Troy?
and it's my fault because I was scolding Davey when I
Yes,
should
you
have
were.
been asking the question of the day. So I'll
threw
take,
us all
I'll
off.
take 83% responsibility.
Wow,
all right.
first time ever.
Yeah, only 83%.
Please
I'm not
screenshot
taking
this.
the other 17 or
No,
whatever.
I'm giving it to Davey.
Of course.
All right. So yesterday we asked about the guys and the singers. So I'm giving you 3 of the women, and you have to choose which one: Cher,
Okay.
Dolly, or Brittany.
Cher, Dolly, or Brittany?
Yeah. Which one?
Oh,
God, do you even know who the 3 are?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Jeez. I gotta go Dolly, I guess.
You're going to go Dolly.
Yeah.
Very classic.
Yeah.
Saint Dolly.
classic,
Nice
yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
If I could turn back time. Absolutely. 78 years old.
It's a
That
solid
lady.
Cher.
That was pretty good.
Oh,
right?
I told
that
you.
was pretty good.
When
Yeah.
I get canned from this county, I'm telling you, I'm going down. I'm going to be a Cher impersonator. I'm telling you, it's the only thing I got. It's going to be flat and off key, but everyone's going to be able to give me something. But
I
yeah,
mean, that was on key. That was good.
okay, we'll
That was
take
good.
it.
He didn't get to the second verse.
I was
so.
impressed.
Yeah, right. You said keep it short.
Short. Every invitation, keep
But
it short.
78 years old, what an incredible. Her boyfriend is 35. That's amazing.
Well,
that
he's-
means mine isn't even born yet. Great.
He's in it for the money.
Yours isn't even born yet.
Oh, you mala. Okay. What are you saying here, Zipper?
Oh, I'm Dolly. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you guys knew where I was at, and I love to follow Brittany
Yes, you
online
do.
because she's a crazy person. But Dolly's
Yeah.
Dolly's my girl.
Commissioner Alaimo, what do you think on this question? Who is your go-to out of those three?
Out of those 3,
Are you ready?
Dolly.
Okay.
Dolly.
Solid.
All right.
Dolly.
Yeah. Classic.
Did you pick Dolly because you're running? I'm just kidding. I'm Just kidding.
She can win the presidency at any time.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, you know what?
Definitely Tennessee.
She'd be a contender.
She is world peace.
She'd
Absolutely.
be a contender.
Yes.
Taking the state of Tennessee without any doubt.
That is a classy lady. I will give you that.
All right, looking forward to seeing what people have to say in the comments there.
Yeah.
That should be pretty good. All right, to start off the show today, we are talking with Commissioner Roy Alaimo. Commissioner Alaimo, thank you again for joining us. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you guys for having me. This is a fun group. I always watch your show, so
cool.
It's a fun time and it's informative for people. So thank you for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also where I forget to silence my phone and get my calls during the show. That's great.
I'll take responsibility for that too.
83?
I didn't say sound off, and I didn't say
Yeah,
share
you
show.
get 100%.
That's
actually,
100!
blame for
Two
that.
strikes.
Oh, is he supposed to warn you to silence?
Yes, he
Yeah,
says sound
okay,
off,
I got
sound off,
you.
and
Troy, you wear many hats.
sure. Yeah.
Literally, many hats.
It's very difficult to beat Troy on this show.
All right. Commissioner Alaimo, I'll start the show by saying, man, we talk about it all the time. We have the utmost respect for anybody who puts themselves on the line in campaigns and also that serves in public service. It is not an easy job to do. Campaigning is not something any of us would want to do. And this year has to be one of the most brutal years in St. Johns County campaigning period. You broke your jaw. You broke your jaw campaigning this year.
I mean, and thank you for saying that, because this has been an election cycle like I have never seen. I've been involved locally in politics, as you know, for many, many years, and worked on a lot of different races and so forth, and I've just never seen it like this. The temperature is so high, the tension is high. I mean, everywhere I go, it's like, wow. I'm knocking on doors, and people are like, I've got a stack of mailers. Can you please just stop?
Everybody's sick of the mailers, man. They are.
Man.
It is.
And
I
the
can make a
TV
quilt.
ads are brutal.
Yeah.
Somebody
ads
said
are
they were
brutal.
getting like 5 or 6 a day.
Oh,
or something
easy.
like that.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
If you're a super voter, you're getting them.
And they're the big postcards, like a kite size. It's crazy.
Man. So I guess something to do with the mailers came out over the weekend, and we've tried to gather all sides of this story. I think that's something we try to do here is gather all sides of the story. So that's something I wanted to talk to you about. When did you first find out about these flyers that were claiming to be from the GOP? And we've got so many problems across the board with this story. But when did you first find out about these flyers, and what was your reaction?
Yeah, I found out about it. Somebody had messaged me about it, and then I went on social media, and of course, you go on social media, and it's like, it was like blowing up, essentially. But, I mean, it's just terrible what has happened. I mean, and I condemned it immediately. And I'm not active on social media, but I saw the need to even get out there and say, no, this is just wrong. And I will tell you, I've been involved in the Republican Party for many years. As you know, I was the chairman, and I do respect the organization, although I've had my differences with them. And in fact, I've spoken with them at the state level, and also the vice chair, who I know you've had on over the weekend. He did a video, and they put out some endorsements, and they didn't follow the rules, and it's just a mess everywhere. But I think Dan Hilbert made a comment that I had seen on something.
Yeah, the best comment
I had seen, and it's just put the photo guys away. Do your research.
Yeah.
Do the background check. Look and see what these people are about, and just go out and vote for who you believe is the best for the job.
Yeah.
Instead of
who's going to represent you, at the end of the day, and your values and what you want to see in St. Johns County, for sure. I think local elections, people don't always stress the importance of them, but this is what affects us every single day here at home. More than voting for senators sometimes. I mean, obviously they bring money back home, they help us, they do various different things for our area and our state, but the local elections affect us the absolute most here at home, obviously, and people need to be paying the utmost attention to those, I think, and going out and voting this week. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But is this normal? Like, do you see these kind of patterns? Like, I mean, how do you handle this mentally? I know you denounce it, but I'm sure there's still stuff going on. Like, I mean, it's major fraud. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, it's just like processing it. Every day is a new thing that has come out, and it's just like,
do you think that hurts your campaign?
You're just trying to process it. I think for me, it's like I'm working so much at it. I'm knocking on 100 to 150 doors a day.
God bless.
Making phone calls. And so it's almost like sometimes it's just hard to process. But it's terrible what's going on. The negative mailers, they're I have nothing to do with them, just so folks know. And I think a lot of times people see these things and they're like, oh, well, it must be his opponent. I have nothing to do with these PACs. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
I have there's no collaboration with these folks. I mean, they're just putting stuff out there.
Yeah.
And it's not like you said, Davey, I've been involved in this a long time, but I've never seen it to this level, especially even at the local level.
Right.
I mean, you expect this stuff with Trump and, the national stuff. But, I mean, local county commission, I mean, it's like, wow, my goodness.
Absolutely.
We've turned this into a blood sport.
Well, it's a heated race. A lot of people, obviously, there's a lot going on with St. Johns County. There's a lot of growth happening in St. Johns County, and a lot of people are concerned with what the direction of that growth is going to look like.
Right.
Obviously. So, yeah, very, very heated election. Now, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I'm curious to get the answer from you. Obviously, you're going to know this. We didn't know the answer. But it seems like yourself, Christian Whitehurst, and Henry Dean seem to be running like a collaborative campaign. What are you guys? Are you guys working with the same campaign manager? Are you guys running a joint campaign? How is that working?
We're running our individual campaigns, but we do have the same campaign consultant, and we have a lot of the same supporters, and so the signs you see are together. But this is, I think, it just kind of. From elections I've seen in the past, too, it just kind of seems to go that way. I mean, even our opponents at times almost seem like they're joined together because people are like, these are the three that I want, and they put them on a poster together. And it's the same thing with us. So we are all running our own individual campaigns. But yeah, I mean, I understand why people get that picture because they go to a shopping plaza and there's Christian, Henry, Roy,
Right.
So I understand why they see that, but we are running our own individual campaigns.
And my question, and I brought it up yesterday, so I mean, I'll follow up with the question. My question is, do you feel that was the right strategy, or would you do it a little different next go round? Because I mean, I know all three of you. All three of you are completely different people, and you each have your own traits and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, I would like to see you guys individually, not as a group. And I think it could hurt you, and I think it hurts them too. I mean, because the other side's doing the same thing. You might not like one of them, so you might not vote for the other three or the other two.
That's a good point.
So, would you do it differently if you run again? Because I felt like, I know Roy, I know Kristen, and I know Henry, and all three of you are three different personalities. So would you do it the same way next go round?
Well, I'll tell you, Troy, it's an interesting question. For me, I would say that, like anything that you do, you put people in place to make decisions I have a campaign consultant, and she manages the campaign. So I'm not really micromanaging her. I mean, she's telling me what I need to be doing. And so, but I do see your point. If you got three people and they look like they're on a ticket, whether what side you're on or not, I think it tends to, like, if somebody doesn't like, me, or they don't like one, Henry or something, then it affects all three. So I understand what you're saying there. But I do support Christian and I do support Henry. I've been very open about that. But yeah, I don't know that I would do anything differently because I've put my trust and faith in my consultant, and I believe that she'll do the right thing and knows what needs to be done.
Do you find this is very distracting to what your policy is, what you're trying to put out there? Do you find this is almost kind of catty? You know what I mean? Like, you really are trying to put out a great message. Is your message being muddied from a lot of this marketing stuff, essentially?
I think that, for me, for example, I've only been on the board a little over a year and a half. I haven't been on there that long. I mean, Henry's been on there, quite a bit longer than me, and Christian's been on there, pretty much a full term. But so when I go out there, people are asking me about that, and I just try to stick to my message of what I've done.
Yeah.
I've denied a lot of development. People don't know that because, social media doesn't paint it that way, but I've denied quite a bit of development since my very first day on the board. And, being born and raised here in this county, I have seen the growth and and it has affected the quality of life. So I really want to push for smart growth. If the project isn't compatible, if we don't have the infrastructure, I vote to deny it. Period. No questions asked. I want the developers to do more up front with the infrastructure. I want to hold them accountable. I have all of my, I do not support any sales tax, any tax increase. I do not support it. I have my own ideas and my own platform. And so, yeah, it does make it a challenge when, you're talking to people and the conversation changes from what you stand for to, mailers or, things that are going on, so try to get people back on track with it.
Yeah. It's small town politics. And this is a saying that goes way back. It's not the friends you make, it's the enemies you collect.
Yes.
And that's what small town politics are. So as an incumbent, you obviously have a higher chance of collecting those enemies. How do you combat that with the misinformation that's out there? Like you said, you've only been on the board a year and a half, and you're probably getting blamed for Silverleaf or World Golf Village.
I've been blamed for all of the development in St. Johns County.
The ones that are out there. How do you combat that to straighten that line out and say, okay, here's my timeline, and that's why I'm saying the three of you, that separation, the three of you have three different roads to being where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you separate that, from the enemies you collect, basically? So
right.
You're getting blamed for stuff you had nothing to do with.
Absolutely. And I think it just kind of comes with the job. People, they have short-term memories and it's always in the now. And so it's like, well, people are in charge. I think since 2016, 80% of the development residential permits that have been approved were approved prior to 2008, right? So this development that people are seeing have been going on for years. But it makes it a challenge. Social media has made it a challenge. I just try to educate folks and tell them what I'm telling you. This is what I've done since my time on the board. This is what I believe in. And I explain to people, look, I'm a small business owner. I got 2 young kids at Gamble Rogers Middle School. I want what's best for this community. I'm not trying to do anything to the detriment because I'm a resident here. I'm raising a family here. I'm growing a business. So for me, the most effective thing has been calling people and knocking on doors and meeting with people and just explaining to them. And after I explain it to them, they get it. But there's a lot of people in this county. It's hard to reach everybody. So I'm just trying to tell my story, what I'm about, what I believe in, and why I care about this community so much and why I think I'm the best person for the job.
We talk about small town politics, but a big time politician just recently gave yourself, Henry Dean, and Christian Whitehurst an endorsement through Truth Social. President Trump, right? Got on there and said, I endorse the Trump Club. I think Christian and Dean and Alaimo, they're all great.
Right. Have you ever seen a former president endorse in a county commission?
Well,
I was going to ask you that.
It was very interesting. Well, I was going to ask you how that happened.
Where were you? And what was your reaction? Were you excited? What was it like?
I woke up Sunday morning and I got a text from a friend from the real Donald Trump, and it had the quote. And I was pretty excited. I mean, that's, like you said, put that in a frame, right?
Yeah.
Without the apostrophe. Oh!
I know.
We have it on screen. So
Yeah.
So how do endorsements work? Yeah. How does that process work? Is that something where, because it's I've worked in and around politics,
right.
So I understand that, and I'm not trying to take away from the endorsement. I think it's amazing. Like I said, I would throw it on the wall. But is it a situation where Donald Trump is sitting around saying, well, it's a Sunday, I'm looking into this St. Johns County race, and I believe that Roy Alaimo, he's a great guy, wonderful man. Or is it something where the Trump Club reaches out to President Trump and says, hey, we've got these 3 guys. We think they're MAGA guys, and we think it would be powerful if you endorse. Where's does it happen either of those ways? Is it somewhere in between? How does an endorsement like that actually come to be?
Well, I think with, and this is from what I've been told, Diane Scherf, she eats, sleeps, and breathes Donald Trump. Like, she has started the Trump Club many years ago. She was actually the vice chairman for the Republican Executive Committee many years ago, and saw kind of what was going on in the local party, and decided that she was going to get out and start the Trump Club. And she has been with him from the very, very beginning. And I know she has been in contact for sure with Trump's team. And I think that she had been explaining to them what has gone on with the local party. And you guys know what's been going on with the local party. Actually, you guys were one of the first to report on Blake, the former chairman, Blake Patterson, being removed from the local party. So she's been kind of keeping him, and his team updated on what's been going on. And I found out, like you guys, I woke up Sunday morning and I see this endorsement, and he will not let you down. They will not let you down. I'm like, wow, so.
Awesome.
But
Spelled St. John's wrong. Spelled St. John's wrong.
Yeah, they had the apostrophe in there.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. But you know what? I have been endorsed by President Trump, and I have been endorsed by Governor Ron DeSantis. And those are no doubt big endorsements. But, for me, being born and raised here, the local support that I've received, the letters from Phil McDaniels in support, the letters from Jeff Pravat, the letter from Bo Bozar that I got, the letter from the firefighters, the letter from Faircloth with FOP. I mean, that local support to me means just as much.
How long does an endorsement last?
How long does it last?
Yeah.
As far as
like a term, do you need to get re-up on the endorsements every time you run, or is it just something that you have your whole life?
Depending upon.
I'm a neophyte. I have no idea.
No, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, as you run, you have to get endorsements.
Restamped,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah,
because there's sometimes people.
Things change.
I mean, their endorsements.
Yeah,
right.
So, and we talked about this yesterday too. We actually said, we were like, are these? Would we consider Christian Whitehurst, Henry Dean, and Roy Alaimo MAGA Republicans? And I think we all said, I could see Roy wearing the MAGA hat. I could see Roy as a MAGA Republican. Do you consider yourself like a MAGA Republican? And do you think your other commissioners are as well?
I can't speak for the other commissioners, but I mean, I obviously, I'm with President Trump. I think that our country's at a crossroads here. I do have a Trump hat. I do have a Make America Great Again hat. And I am a big supporter of what he believes in. But for the other commissioners, I can't speak to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And our discussion is like I said, you're three different individuals. So that was where that discussion
and
went.
I think that's a good point. I mean, if you really look at it, I've been involved probably more in the political arena than they have. I mean, they've been in more of the policy side. Henry obviously with his experience on water management and Christian and so forth. But as far as involved in politics, I co-founded the Young Republicans here in 2008. I've chaired the party. I worked for DeSantis when he was in Congress here, helped get him elected. So politically, I've been really, really active here. So,
yeah, I just don't see Henry Dean wearing a MAGA hat. I don't see it. But we'd have to ask him that, I guess.
I'm sure he's a supporter, but I don't see him as a. I mean, I think Henry probably is the most in line with my policies. I'm more of a, I would have been called a blue dog Democrat back in the day. But still conservative with the financial side, but on environmental parks and stuff like that, he's a little more. Like I said, of the politicians, he's the one I line up with. Yeah. Everybody has to be thinking. If everybody's thinking the same thing, then only one person's thinking. Yeah. Yeah. And so, I mean, I think that balance is what makes it work with you guys on the board right now. So,
we talked about straw polls a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Your opponent just barely edged you out, I think, in a recent straw poll. Clay Murphy took that one home. But when you're behind in polls like that, do you take these things? How seriously do you take that? And what do you do to close that gap on your end?
Yeah, I mean, the straw polls, those like the chamber events is, I think, what you're referring to.
That's what we were discussing,
kind of just, getting your friends and folks out there to those things. I don't look at. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big believer in polls in general. I don't trust them. Not straw polls, not the actual polls that they're doing. For me, the polling that I use is the people that I'm talking to when I'm out knocking on doors and making phone calls. And so, look, I just try to get my message out there. Obviously, you want to win everything, right? I mean, that's how life is. Anything that you're doing, you want to win. So yeah, I would have liked to have won the straw polls, but I don't think it's a very good. I don't think it's an accurate estimation of where we're at. And so I'm continuing to just work as hard as I can. Yeah. So.
Last question for you here today, unless you guys have anything else, but I would say you have the floor now. The floor is yours. Tell us some of the accomplishments that you're proud of that you've accomplished as a commissioner here in St. Johns County.
Yeah, and listen, thank you guys for having me on, and I appreciate the time. I'm very proud of my time on the commission. It's been short. I've only been on there a year and a half, but we've done some really great things. We've added 4 regional parks. We've added 4 fire stations. With the beach renourishment, I've been an advocate for Summerhaven River. We've denied development that wasn't compatible and that didn't have the infrastructure. We've got over $600 million in infrastructure projects going on right now in the county. And there's a lot more to do. So I'm proud of what I've accomplished on there. Someone asked me what my biggest accomplishment was on the county commission. And, when I first got on the board, there was some turbulence and, with the county administrator. And, I would say that the best thing that I've done was a vote to hire Joy Andrews as the county administrator. I don't think she is so smart. She works hard. She's dedicated. She puts her heart and soul into it. And so when I look back and see what I've been most proud of on my time on that board was a vote to put her on there because we're very fortunate to have her.
Awesome. Well, Commissioner Alaimo, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you guys.
We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's always a great time. I enjoy your show. Thanks for what you guys do.
7 more days.
7 more days.
7. Are you guys doing a countdown? Or
we should.
You guys should have a countdown.
Yeah, we're not CNN. We're not CNN. We don't need the countdown.
If you know.
Again, I do want to say that we appreciate everybody who puts their time into public service. It is not an easy job. It is not something we would want to do. So we appreciate you and good luck out there.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
It. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Roy.
Appreciate it. Take care.
You too. That was a good conversation, man.
Absolutely.
It's good to hear some of the behind the scenes of what goes on in these campaigns and get some of the reactions from a commissioner himself about some of the recent things that have been going on.
He sat as the REC chair.
Yeah.
So that the club that put out he had been that. So there's some serious turmoil within the REC.
There's a lot going on in our local Republican Party and Republican parties across the country. Yeah. I mean, there's still remnants of the Tea Party versus the establishment clashing. And I'm someone who has a lot of experience with both of those groups. Yeah. Working with them, talking to them, and all those sort of things. So, it is definitely a real thing that is happening across the country. And Republicans, if they want to keep winning, need to find a way to bridge the gap.
Yeah, they got to
work as a team.
They got to bring it together.
Yeah, man. All right, hey, the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office is seeking public help to find a burglary suspect or multiple suspects after $30,000 in damage to a St. Augustine business. St. Johns County Sheriff's Office is seeking public assistance locating 3 suspects involved in a burglary at a St. Augustine business, which resulted in significant damage. The incident occurred at ABC Supply Company on Dobbs Road.
The demon.
Yeah, it could have been the Dobbs Road demon.
Mm-hmm. My first thought.
It happened on July 28th as detailed in a social media post by the Sheriff's Office. You can go on their page and see that. Surveillance footage captured the suspects attempting to pry open the gate before ultimately jumping over it. She said, screw it, man, we're jumping this thing. Once inside the premises, the individuals proceeded to rummage through the merchandise. Their actions included making holes in the walls and cutting into a safe from which they stole approximately $500 in cash and credit cards. Didn't get much from that safe.
Inside job.
She spent all that time.
Boy, how bummed were they after they did a whole Mission Impossible to cut into a safe and found $500?
Yikes.
Not worth it.
Not worth
the cost of the damages, however, was around $30,000. Jeez. So they're going to pay for that. Deputies, upon arrival, discovered a black Ford F-150 at the scene. And further investigation revealed that the suspects had traveled from Miami to St. Johns County, specifically to commit the burglary. Authorities are urging anyone with information about the incident to come forward and contact them. Oh, wow. So they did find a truck at the scene, huh? And
so they obviously knew that this existed. So this, I don't know, inside job? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Inside job stuff to pin on it.
Well, if it's an inside job, you should have known there was only $500 in the safe.
You would have put more money in places they could access, I think.
Grab the lumber.
Yeah.
And it's
it looks like,
it's ABC, building supply, not ABC liquor. So they probably should have went to the ABC liquor.
Right. They would have got more money. We got more valuables, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stole a bottle of Pappy's or something. Sold that on the streets.
Exactly. Couple bottles.
Ooch. Jeez.
Been easier to transport.
So you can go to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, see if you recognize the suspects. If they're from Miami, oof. Yeah. It's going to be tough for people around here to recognize them. But hey, you got to check it out. We got to see, man. Could have definitely been, someone from here involved for sure.
Look at the body. Look at the build.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's something that could trigger you. These shoulders do not lie. You can catch me.
Yeah, Davey knows he's not committing any crimes in St. Johns County.
Very large.
It would be easy to find.
Large human here. Yeah.
Davey and I are walking side by side.
Yeah.
They go, oh, that's Troy and Davey.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I might not wear my hat.
Jeez.
Well, something that a lot of people consider a theft is the price of gas today.
My heart, yes.
Woo.
Jeez.
Time for the Gas Buddy Gas Report. Let us know in the comments where you're seeing good prices for gas. We've got the Sunoco at the top of the list here today at $21.99 North Ponce there at $3.19. The Shell at 146 King Street is at $3.20. We've got the Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $3.21. The Sunoco at 450 South Ponce, $3.21. The Owens at 780 South Ponce, $3.21. The Sicko at 1099 South Ponce, $3.23. That's their cash price. The Gate at 4075 US 1 North, $3.24. The Shell at 2350 North Ponce, $3.27. Ash went out there on the island at A1A Discount Beverage. He is at $3.29 this morning, and the Gate on Mizell Road at $3.39 today. Ooh. If you go to jail for any reason, Chris Lucero will get you out of jail. 24/7 team of experienced professionals there to provide fast and reliable bail services. The number one name in the bail game, Chris Lucero, bail bonds. Give him a call, 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Hey, we got some live music happening today and tonight, which everybody loves. The J.C. Hatfield Trio is at the Milltop at noon. Josh Tennessee Worthy at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. Brett Blackshear, Trade Winds at 1. John Q at the Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Mark Hart at Trade Winds at 5. Caleb Joy at the Oasis at 5:30. Smoke and Joe Shower at Ann O'Malley's at 6. TJ Brown at Pierre's Pub at 6. And then trivia with Troy Blake and Aiden at Gypsy Clab.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like something you don't want.
Yeah, it sounds like an STD or something.
It does. The Gypsy Clab.
I got the clab.
I don't want the clab.
Don't worry, Jameson will wash it away.
There you
That's
go.
all you need, a little turkey.
Gypsy Cab.
Nice.
7 o'clock tonight.
Is there room, or is it got RSVP, or are you sold out?
Call ahead, because we did have a cancellation that I know of as of yesterday afternoon.
Hurry up. Okay, so there might be space for somebody in there.
Get on it.
Those are at a premium.
The Unicorn Slayers could not make it tonight, so there's at least a 6 stop available.
That's
Okay.
cool.
All right. That comes to us from Griffin Service, who understands that choosing the right company when you need AC, plumbing, or electrical services is a big decision. It really is. They help hundreds of local families just like you every week getting problems fixed so that you can get back to what really matters. You see them everywhere, dozens of times a week, and when you do, it's always a sign that legendary service is on the way. If you have an AC, plumbing, or electrical problem, Griffin makes it easy. Give them a call at 904-500-2653 or visit griffinservice.com and see the Grifference. All right, our Terrible Tuesday is just something that Troy's just going to really fail at. We're talking about Gen Alpha slang.
I've been studying.
You have been?
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's leaving lots of parents baffled, they say, and concerned.
It's Ohio.
Oh, boy. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Before we get to that, I'll tell you about Fidus Roofing.
I knew one you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to talk about a bunch that you don't know.
I have no clue.
I know you don't know these because I don't know these.
I have no clue.
And they support, Fidus Roofing supports local charities that support local kids, big brothers and big sisters of St. Johns County, the Boy Scouts in St. Johns County, and many more. They're always looking to grow their team, and we encourage anybody to come and apply with them. They're also master elite contractors for St. Johns County, and that lets them offer warranties that nobody else in the business can touch. Give them a call today, 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers.
And gutters. Yeah.
You.
No cap.
Eat.
Right. It's fitting. It works. All right, Gen Alpha's new slang leaves parents baffled and Gen Zers concerned. This is a story.
Gen Zers. I'm even older than that.
Yeah.
I have no chance.
In the beginning, there was Skibiti. Do you know what Skibiti is?
Skibidi means good, right?
Have you ever seen? Have you ever actually watched an episode of Skibiti Toilet?
No, I think that's the first time I've heard that.
It is the creepiest thing you will ever see.
Isn't that the head in the toilet
it's the
thing?
head in the toilet. It looks
Very
like
strange.
a zombie. Kids that are like 4 years old watch this. Very concerning.
Looks like Doom, like graphics from the old video game.
Yes,
Doom.
it does. Look at that Skibidi Toilet right there. So weird.
No.
And that thing walks around on like creepy legs and arms and crawls around like a spider.
4-year-olds should not be watching that.
What are they doing? Why are
That is
they
creepy.
making this?
Somehow Skibidi Toilet's going to get its own movie directed by Michael Bay.
No way. Really?
What?
It appeared abruptly in the lexicons of kids under 14. The first slang term unique to Generation Alpha. That sucks that that's their first slang term, Skibidi. Parents' ears perked up as they began to hear it around the dinner table. It could mean bad, cool, or could mean nothing at all.
Oh,
it's great that Gen Alpha just has words that mean nothing at all.
This is the end.
Or every kind of word. It could literally mean anything, apparently.
Skibidi.
It's like aloha.
Yeah.
It's not like aloha.
Well, it means a lot of different things.
A dozen more incomprehensible terms followed suit. Gen Z's slay. I know slay.
Yeah, we know slay.
We know T.
Yeah.
T.
Spill the tea.
But those are verified vintage now.
Whoa.
They've given way to
Verified
Sigma and Guyot. Gyat?
That's short for G-Dam.
That means your butt, right?
I don't know.
Got your butt.
Like
isn't it?
that's what it's short for.
And Phantom Tax. Phantom, F-A-N-U-M, not Phantom, Phantom.
Phantom. Oh, man. That one's got me for a loop.
Yeah, me too. Children born after 2010, Gen Alpha are the internet's newest darlings, they say.
Oh.
Though their separation from Gen Z is a matter of being born in 2010 versus 2009. Many of their parents feel like there is a rift when it comes to understanding the way that they speak, their kids speak. Intergenerational conversations are getting less and less intelligible, they say. Yeah, definitely.
That sucks.
Gen Alpha's hyper online manner of speaking has been dubbed brain rot.
Oh, they did this when we were younger,
I was
too.
gonna say it's no different than like my parents. That rock and roll is going to ruin the world.
You know, Guns N' Roses, was horrible, for your vocabulary.
But we didn't watch that stuff until we were a little bit older. We didn't hear that stuff till we were a little bit older. For the most, maybe not. Mostly by older Gen Zers who share spaces like TikTok with them. They kind of get it a little bit. The slang that's often niche and insular to the internet, sometimes making its way from Roblox to Twitch to TikTok. Skibidi. Which is why some older generations find it uniquely difficult to make sense of. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole story about it, but
it's crazy. I mean, are they adding these to the Webster Dictionary?
They will soon, I'm sure.
Good gracious.
Yeah.
Where's this world coming to?
Parents need to look up some of these terms online. That's so Ohio. I don't get it.
Straight busting.
Yeah.
What? That's so Ohio.
All
Oh man, that's not right, Blake. Get that off the screen.
Oh, is that the Dalsons?
No, that's the dig where Ohio State beat Miami on a phantom call. It was awful.
Was it?
We lost our national championship because of it.
Yeah.
That was a dig from Blake to me, and his rent's going up.
Oh,
Now, there you go.
Blake. Oh.
All right, City of St. Augustine invites residents to join City Hall Selfie Day for fun and civic pride.
Awesome.
Selfie day.
City of St. Augustine in cooperation with the Florida League of Cities. That's a bad collaboration, by the way. Very bad collaboration.
Not the best.
They're very influential on people like Nancy Sykes-Klein and others. And, they don't act in the best interest of cities all the time.
Oh, no.
And Engaging Local Government Leaders Network is participating in City Hall Selfie Day on Thursday, August 15th, 2024. Yes. This event provides residents with an opportunity to engage the city and, of course, tag the Florida League of Cities in there as well, because it needs to be some separation there, guys. There really does.
Is there a prize involved?
No, there's not a prize involved.
Then I can't play.
I think we need to all take selfies in front of the businesses that Nancy Sykes-Klein and Barbara Blonder try to destroy with the nightlife ordinance. And then we can
hold up a glass.
Yeah, hold up a middle finger maybe.
Or the peace sign in reverse. That's the middle finger in Europe.
They say city staff have a fun time with Selfie Day. I'm done with this story.
It could be fun,
It's honestly
though.
nothing to promote. And we're running low on time. Family dog survives shark attack in shallow waters.
What?
This is the story I want to talk about.
Yeah.
What began as a normal outing in the Intercoastal Waterway turned into a nightmare when the family dog fell into the water that was attacked and then was attacked by a shark. It was a 12-pound, 9-year-old Yorkie named Maddie. Survived her encounter with a shark, but that encounter comes with a price, they say. Maddie's pelvis was broken in 3 locations. Now she has a long road to recovery. The near-deadly encounter happened this past weekend at the San Sebastian River, which is part of the Intercoastal Waterway. Maddie's brush with death happened while boating with their owners, Bill and Terry Hodge. What a cute dog. That's an adorable dog. While the 3 were traveling back to their boat dock, Maddie walked over to the bow of the boat and lost her balance. She fell into the water. The owner said, we turned around, we were looking for her, and she popped up and was swimming. She was in the prop wash. That's scary.
Oh, my.
And at first, they just laughed about it. That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Take that dog away from these people. At first, they just laughed about it. They probably grabbed a phone and tried to get a TikTok video.
Probably.
They said, get her in the boat. And they were, they figured lesson learned. But they said as they approached her to pull up next to her, she disappeared. They said it seemed like an eternity, but it was about 10 seconds that she was underwater. And, of course, they were freaking out. Gosh.
I would have been in the water.
Well, you would have been eaten by a shark.
Nah, that shark ain't
You
gonna eat
could
me.
punch the nose, right?
Yeah.
Good luck while you're being eaten by a shark, having the wherewithal to punch it in the nose, and the aim and the accuracy as well.
I'm sorry.
They do say that is the remedy, though. They do say you can punch a shark or stab it in the eye with your finger.
I'm fighting a shark for my dog. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fighting a shark for my dog.
I can make like a sonic boom underwater, like a noise. I'm a merman.
Okay.
Nothing's touching my dogs. That's how I feel too, man.
My kids, I'm fighting a shark for my kids too.
My dog would totally be the one that was like, "Oh, you want to play?" And it's like, "Oh my god, it's a shark. Can you please leave it alone?"
She was under for 10 seconds. Let's see. The 10 seconds had passed before Maddie resurfaces. Terry said she jumped into the water to grab Maddie. There you go. Okay, you can give him the dog. Don't take it away. Yeah. And handed the dog over to her husband, who quickly noticed Maddie was bleeding pretty badly. So scary. He initially thought that Maddie had been sliced by the boat's propeller. And you thought it was funny to be in the wash.
But they wish they left that part out of the story.
Yeah, kind of, right? Why would we put that in the story there? Yeah.
The couple rushed to Maddie, or they rushed Maddie to an animal emergency room. Hours later, after leaving her at the hospital, they received a phone call from the vet who was treating Maddie that said, we don't think it was a prop. The vet told us there were 6 to 7 puncture wounds in Maddie. Deep puncture wounds, the vet said. And said they believed it was a shark. Believed it was a shark.
Oh, so we don't have actual confirmation this was a shark.
Well, there's probably nothing else it could have been.
Right, true. Barracuda?
Very
I don't
few
know.
sharks
Barracuda.
in the river there, but I mean,
That's what I was thinking.
It happens. I mean,
Is there?
it
Okay.
happens,
Brackish?
but yeah.
Experts believe the shark may have shaken Maddie as she was pulled below the surface of the water and then let her go, leading to her broken pelvis. And Maddie's owners think the shark that attacked her was much smaller than the bull shark recently captured in the same waters.
Oh.
They also believe that Maddie may have put up a good fight. She didn't put up a good fight.
No, she was limber.
You can't
Had
be
a
a little
hold,
yard.
had a
Yeah.
hold of her ass.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing you can do to fight.
It's the shake
It's
that does
a
it.
great element to add to the story,
Yeah.
but I don't think Maddie was putting up any sort of a fight for 10 seconds being eaten by a shark.
Poor dog.
They're worried about other people who participate in activities in the intercoastal,
Yep. longer.
including the activity of getting in the water, they say.
I no longer not doing it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Stop
it.
I can't.
Gosh,
I can't.
dang
I'm
it.
weak.
This is why these generations are weak.
I just want a pool. Just give me a pool. I'm real
Just
good
get in the
pool.
water.
Oh my goodness.
He
This
doesn't
is
want
how
to get
people
attacked by a
get
shark.
bit.
He doesn't want to get attacked by a shark. Sharks will rarely attack people. They don't like the taste of people. They usually let you go immediately.
Like it.
I get bit. No more $100 at a Lace Med Spa. That's what I'm saying in this town. You don't want me in that water.
If Davey's not around for the discount, you don't get the discount.
They will drop me as an influencer real quick. I hear you, Greg. I love you, but I know it's a business.
Okay. Troy, how do you want to check the comments?
I will travel into the tremendous tidings sent by our terrific commenters.
All right, man, as you do that, I'll remind everybody that Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd is not your average local insurance company. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from the rest. Christy Lawrenson is St. Augustine's premier agent, and she offers complimentary policy reviews and has a deep understanding of insurance and what is needed in St. Augustine to be properly insured. Her attention to detail and organizational skills have found policy errors and cost savings where others have not. Give BHF a call at 904-794-5455 and schedule your appointment today. Also, our friends at B&S Signs. They're a locally owned and operated full-service sign business now in their third generation of family ownership. They do everything from billboards, some pretty good billboards out there.
Solid.
Pretty solid billboards out there. They do business signage, they do business cards, they do stickers, they do laminated stuff, they do vehicle wraps. They do absolutely everything you need to promote your business the right way. The right way. Give them a call. Check them out. You can find them at bnssigns.com.
They have the guts to do what you want to do for your brand and your business.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. When Clear Channel tells you no,
Right.
BNS will tell you yes.
So why go to Clear Channel? Just go to BNS. You're going to get the yes right away.
That's right. BNS will get you the yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, you kind of thought of it. I just sort
It's
of ripped it
okay,
off.
but that's really good. Writing that down.
It was a collaboration.
Yeah, that's right. Collaborative effort. What you got, Troy?
All right. So happy birthday to Ann. Wawa's at 336. Costco at 307. Tim got 15 flyers yesterday.
Wow. I totally believe that.
Yeah.
Super voter.
Tim, that's awesome.
All right.
You're super, Tim.
And the Gypsy Clap, that might be a good trivia name. But also you can be found on, it sounds like something on, you ever see the TV show Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
No.
It sounds like something they would have on that show.
Okay.
And they say stay out of the water because you are like veal.
That's nice. Yeah, I know. So tender.
Yeah.
What's the Stoidum stat?
All right, Stoidum stat. Now this is important to us Gen Xers. You guys may or may not understand the importance of this, but on this day, in 1982, Fast Times at Ridgemont High
Spicoli.
premiered.
Oh,
Okay.
so
You know,
good.
Spicoli, Phoebe.
Honestly, one of the greatest movies.
I don't know.
That's
if
American culture right
Davey,
there.
I don't know if you know this, but Phoebe was my girlfriend in high school.
For real?
Well, she didn't know it.
I know.
But,
yeah.
know,
She's like your Mila Kunis or whatever. Yeah.
She didn't know.
She didn't know, but yeah.
She didn't know, but
She was not around when you were in high school.
Huh?
Friends was not around when you were in high school.
Phoebe Gates. Pastime
Wow,
Towards
you
My
just
Eye.
younged yourself. Which is great. Hold on to this.
Totally are millennial.
We're talking about that. I thought we were talking about Friends. I was not.
No.
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention at all. To be totally honest with you, I got a notification on my phone and I heard the name Phoebe, and all I thought about was Friends. Which, never seen an episode of Friends, by the way.
Really? But you know Phoebe exists.
I only know the name Phoebe from Friends.
Gotcha.
You'll have to show him a picture later. Yeah. She's a plain pretty.
Just
plain.
You only need to see
You love plain.
You only
Same
need to
with
see
him.
one scene, and that's all you need for this Phoebe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. The pool house scene,
pool.
right? Yeah.
The pool.
Okay.
Such a great one.
All right. There you go.
If you know, you
I'm
know.
doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. All right. That's Sternum Stat.
Also doing great.
Brought to you by a place I really pay attention to, St. Augie's Pizza.
Yes.
Stop in there between Riberia and ML King today. Grab yourself a few slices. It's great. You might see one of us in there. We're in there often.
Yeah, I got a Cuban slice. I haven't had one in a long time.
I know, me too.
We need to have a day.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Plugs, Troy.
All right. I have a couple plugs. We got trivia tonight. Doing the interview with the sheriff on Mike Davis's show on the evening show, and Spencer's at the courthouse today.
Nice.
He hasn't been there in a while.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Heck yeah, man. All right, and Davey plugs.
Hey, we have world famous pop icon Aaron Johnson coming in talking about Northeast Florida Marlin Association and what's going on in fishing.
All right. It's a good time for fish.
I love Aaron. So good.
And I'll tell you to go to thefloridamangames.com. Get your tickets today. It is going to be unbelievable. See you later.
Bye-bye.